Good morning, y'all. Happy Tuesday. How's everybody been doing? Sorry I couldn't do a live stream yesterday morning, guys. I just had a lot going on I was dealing with, so I just took the morning off. I've not been sleeping too well. I have developed restless leg syndrome, and it is driving me crazy. I've got to remember to call and make me a doctor's appointment this morning. Let's see who's all in the chat. I've been meaning to make one. Charlene, Hibiscus, Wayne, good morning. Broken Justice, Tammy. Did y'all have a good weekend? We got to catch up on the dirty laundry case. I want to call Brian Laundrie like the Cowardly Lion so bad, but the Cowardly Lion in The Wizard of Oz was cute, and Baldy is not cute. Baldy has been spotted on the Appalachian Trail. And I was just listening to the interview that his sister gave outside of her house. We're going to take a listen to that. I was so annoyed listening to this because, like, who the hell does those people think they are? Demanding somebody come out and talk to them. You know, like some of them protesters. I'd have told them to go, I would have spoke out a long time ago, but like, going to somebody's house, banging on the door, scaring the little children inside. It's uncalled for. The police have got this. The FBI is involved. These people are like, we're trying to get answers. That's what the damn FBI's for. And the police. Some of these protesters take it too far. I heard one on TikTok. Somebody had up a video. And this lady was shouting outside the laundry house. And she was saying, was you jealous of Gabby? Is that what it is? You're jealous of Gabby? I mean, just shouting crazy things like, they're just disrupting the whole neighborhood, scaring little kids. Molly Golightly went and acted like a damn fool down there. I don't care who likes that I'm saying this or not. She acted like a damn fool in front of the laundry house saying, burn the house to the ground. There's a lot of weirdos out in the world that'll take that to heart and do that. I mean, you want to be a murderer like Brian Laundrie? You can't go around murdering people because you want answers and you think they're hiding something. You can't go around burning their house to the ground. I just think that's ridiculous. That was done for publicity. And taking a laundry basket there, I've called them dirty laundry too. But you would never catch me doing something like that. Going and standing outside that house shouting and stuff. That's just not me. It's just not the way I roll. I don't think you're going to get answers that way. I don't see nothing wrong, at first when they was out there holding up signs, but on bullhorns and stuff. And, it's just crazy. Yes, she did, Vicky. We can take a little look at a clip if you want to. Let me go to Hello Starlight's channel. She's got it up. Don't strike me, girl. She won't. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Let's see. Hold on a minute. Let's screen share. We'll take a look at how these people's acting outside the laundry home. I didn't even finish watching it, as you can tell. Hold on a minute.
And him in the hotel. Be here. And they're just sitting there, peeking out their windows.
Mimi.
Well, I'm dirty.
Nobody cares if you're dirty, lady. You ain't got no business there.
Dirty suiting. Dirty laundry. This house should be burned. That'll get you out.
Did y'all hear that? This house should be burned.
I want
You acted like a fool, lady.
For this search. They know what happened. Or he lied. Because I'm going to tell you something. What got my heart was when I saw the manipulation that their son did with those cops in Utah. He had those cops eating out of the palm of their hand. That's a talent. You got to be psychotic in order to do that. You got to be
psychotic in order to say burn somebody's house to the ground in front of a news station. Cameras.
I think she saw something. She knew something. And then to separate them, how are you going to separate them? Make her stay in the camper and him in a hotel. No. No, I'm sorry.
Look at her. She's like, no, no. She's
Hershey,
a damn
Pennsylvania.
fool.
What's your name?
Damn
Marissa
nut.
Zadinsky.
Spell that last name for me.
Marissa.
I think the
Z as in
laundries are
Zulu.
hiding something too, but this
D
shit
as
right
in
here is not
Delta.
going to help nothing.
A
I'm
as
done
in
watching
Alpha,
her, y'all.
Z as in Zulu.
I'm done watching her.
Ago and SKY.
Let me get a damn off here.
Yes. I want to see them. I want to see the FBI drag these people out.
Drag them out. You don't even know if they've done anything. We just got a bunch of suspicion. I think they're hiding something, of course. I think they know where their son's at. I think they helped him get away. But I can't prove it right now. You know, like, who do these people think they are? You know? Acting like a damn nut, Meemaw. Acting like a damn nut. That's why I put in my thumbnail, protesters acting like weirdos. And then she went with them to Cassie Laundrie's house and she walked up there and was banging on the door, y'all. And little kids inside that house. They didn't even know freaking Gabby was dead. They, looked at Gabby as their aunt. They didn't even know she was dead until they heard those protesters outside. Then they started bawling their eyes out. We're going to watch Cassie's thing. I think before we watch that, though, y'all probably know this, but Brian Laundrie was spotted on the Appalachian Trail. Uh-oh, crap. Knocked my lighter halfway off the porch. Let's see. I think there's a video to this. We'll just watch this video real quick. See what this guy's an engineer. I guess he was hiking the trail and ran into Brian. And then there was another guy that said that he saw Brian driving a truck near the Tennessee. Did he say Tennessee and North Carolina border? I can't remember. Hold on. Last time I played Fox News, they made me edit it out of my video. Uh-oh, it's going to play a stinking ad. Hey, we done got damn Prime. We don't need no advertisement for it. Shh, Jesus mercy. I hate ads, y'all. One of one. Come on now. We know. I got no patience.
The Gabby Petito Foundation now up and running. The effort launched by Petito's family in honor of the slain 22-year-old is meant to help families find missing loved ones. Meantime, a North Carolina sheriff and Dog the Bounty Hunter are both looking into a potential sighting of Petito's ex-boyfriend, Brian Laundrie, after a hiker says he has no doubts he spoke with Laundrie on the Appalachian Trail over the weekend.
Yeah, that hiker's name is Dennis Davis, and he joins me now by phone. Dennis, thanks for being here this morning. Appreciate your time. Can you tell me about this encounter that you say you had with Brian Laundrie?
Sure, Jillian. It was, I drove up to the North Carolina-Tennessee border on a Friday night coming up from Florida. And I got there at about 12:30 a.m. on Saturday morning. I was parking my car at a parking lot where we were going to end our trip on at the end of the week, and it was called the Davenport Gap. And as I was parking there, I actually went past the parking lot. I saw it in the rearview mirror, and I was doing a 3-point turn in the road. It was a very narrow country road. And so I made the turn, and as I was coming back towards the parking lot, another vehicle was coming towards me. They flashed their lights, and the gentleman waved his hand at me. So I stopped, and we spoke. So we were side by side, our cars. He was in a pickup truck sitting right next to me. And as soon as I looked at him, he looked like he was messed up or something. But it took him a minute to ask me anything, and he looked at me, and he said, "Man, I'm lost." And I was thinking, well, I'm a hiker. I'm out here. I was just kind of lost. I missed that parking lot. Maybe that's what he is too. And I said, well, I'm not from around here. Where are you trying to go? And he said, man, I'm trying to go to California. And I was like, well, wow, that's an odd thing to say. I thought to myself. And then he said, my girlfriend and I got into a fight, but she called me and told me that she loves me, and I've got to get to California to see her. And I said, well, I-40 is right there next to us. You can get on I-40 and drive to California. After that, he kind of just looked at me and he said, no, I think I'm going to keep driving down this road. I think it goes to California. And of course, this is just a small country road.
Right. Dennis, did you at that point in time think this was Brian Laundrie, or was it after that you thought, that guy looks familiar?
Yeah, it was not right that minute. I did not have a picture in my mind of what this guy looked like. And of course, I wasn't thinking I was going to run into him. So but I did think at that moment, I was like, this guy is weird. There's no way. I was planning on sleeping in my car in that parking lot. And I said to myself, there's no way I'm staying here now after this encounter. So I drove my car and I was headed west on I-40. And all of a sudden it kind of dawned me, what if that was that guy? So I got off on the next exit and quickly pulled up my phone. And the very first picture I pulled up of him was a portrait view of him. And when I was speaking with the man when it was happening, the thing that really stood out to me about him was this thick, dark, black beard and mustache, very short but very thick, that he had.
Interesting.
And the very first picture that I pulled up was that portrait view of him with that black beard and mustache. And right at that minute, I said, this is absolutely him. And I immediately kept looking on the internet to try to find out how to contact the FBI.
Yeah, have you spoken to police?
I got my first call from the police last night at 7 p.m.
And what did they say?
Well, I spoke with a local police department. So that night I made 2 calls to the FBI. I made a call to the 911 in Tennessee, and the last call I made was to 911 in North Carolina. The officer called me from North Carolina, and he was following up. He had obviously, there was a lot of media calling and trying to figure out what was going on.
Yeah.
And he called me back to confirm to me that he apologized for not getting back with me, but he confirmed that the North Carolina police that night did dispatch someone to go out to the site and look for him. The officer told me that they had sent somebody out there. The officer was out there for 50 minutes looking, and they pulled over one vehicle in that time, just to check to see if it was him. And that was the only vehicle they saw in that 50-minute span. It was about 3 a.m. in the morning when they finally got out there. When my encounter with him was at 12:30.
Yeah. Well, Dennis, it does make you wonder. You described it as a white pickup truck. This is the first time we would be hearing, if it truly was Brian Laundrie, it's the first time we'd be hearing about this white pickup truck, to my knowledge anyway. A lot of people estimating maybe he was on foot. Look, we'll continue to follow this and see. But at this point, any lead I think that the police are getting.
What do y'all think about that? Y'all think he really seen Brian Laundrie? It's possible. Anything's possible. Okay, now let's, he was pretty sure that it was him. He seems like an intelligent guy. He's an engineer. Maybe it was him. Now we're going to watch this interview with Brian Laundrie's sister.
Thank you.
We want to know what the hell.
No,
Listen to these people. Who the hell do they think they are, demanding people anything? They have harassed this couple to death.
I did not say that I saw my brother. I said I haven't been able to speak to him in reference to the time when I was called by the police. Since that point, I haven't been able to speak to my brother. I've been honest.
What happened?
I don't know what happened.
Yeah. The thing about it is we know Gabby's family.
That lady, ever who's screaming, needs to take it down a notch.
Cooperate with the police. We're not supposed to talk to anybody, and you're making my children cry.
Was Brian with you on September 1st? Did he come to this house?
Yes, he came to this house with my parents in their Mustang, not the van. I did not know that he took that van back. I found out the next day with everybody else. We are just as upset, frustrated, and heartbroken as everybody else. And I am losing my parents and my brother and my children's aunt and my future sister-in-law on top of this. And you're not helping.
Why your parents? Why your parents? You're talking about Christmas.
They're not talking to us either.
Why aren't they talking to you guys?
If I knew, I would say. I don't know.
Do you think they're involved, your parents?
I don't know.
You don't know?
We know.
You're not involved?
We have literally been finding everything out with the news like everybody
No, I don't
else.
think it's Molly,
My
Mimo.
kids are upset. You're upsetting my neighbors, and all we want to do is let you guys know that we don't know
What happened? What did you guys do on the 6th through the 8th at Fort DeSoto?
We were at Fort DeSoto on the 6th. We got there at around 2 o'clock, and we left around 8 because the kids had school the next day.
On the 6th?
On the 6th. We only stayed for about 6 hours.
Who was there?
My mom, my dad, my brother.
Would you guys be willing to go on record to say that you would like your brother Brian
The FBI
Laundrie
knows all this. They've
to
known this
turn
since.
himself over?
They basically harassed this couple until they came out of the
was
house.
there a
That's what they
campfire?
did.
We had
Harassed them, made the kids cry until they
Did
came
Brian
out.
say anything about
We had
Gabby?
our kids there. Nothing came up.
He didn't say anything about Gabby.
No, we've told
We
the
were-
FBI everything.
Did Brian go?
The
Did you?
world does not need to know what the FBI knows.
And
that's
why
Exactly.
They've asked us to not say anything. Really.
This is me coming out against them.
They're suffering, big
We're
time.
suffering.
Well,
They're suffering.
to be fair,
I
don't
understand your view.
I mean, to be fair, they lost
100%.
life. So
I know.
I
We
really
could've
feel
too.
bad for you, but again, I don't
No,
feel bad
I
for
know.
you.
That's fine. You feel how
So-
you feel. We how we feel. My kids are upset. You're upsetting my children, who are very upset that they had to find out that their aunt died from you people screaming it at them from the house. So that's not
Where
fair.
was that at?
On Saturday when you were here.
Your aunt died.
No, their aunt.
Their aunt died.
Yes.
I got more respect for
They consider
Cassie
her
than
aunt
her
and
parents
Bobby
because at
friends,
least she
so-
did come out and talk, you know.
We can't even hear you inside.
We can't.
I mean,
couldn't figure that
So where else have you seen Brian since
That's
September
it. I
1st?
have not
September
seen
6th.
anybody after 8 o'clock on September 6th. I have not spoken to my parents.
How long did they stay there? Do you know? Like at
I
the
don't know.
Fort DeSoto ground? Did Brian go off on his own into the woods or
No
anything?
idea.
We
What
don't
we've
know.
been told.
Hold on a minute. So they went to the campground where Brian and his parents were camping. That is weird. Now she says that they didn't talk about Gabby. I do not believe that for a second. You know, she was like, where the hell is Gabby at? You know. So I do believe she knows more than what she's saying. I just don't believe in these people outside in this neighborhood harassing everybody, making little kids cry and stuff. You know, the FBI has got this. I don't like the fact they basically made them come out of the house and talk to them because the kids kept crying. That's bullcrap. Hey, I wouldn't have been that nice to that lady yelling at me.
As much as you.
Did you? So when he came here September 1st, right? You said he came. What did he come here for?
My parents wanted to surprise the kids to pick them up at school. I did not know that Brian was with them when we had previously planned to hang out with them. This is not what we want to be doing. This is not how we want the world to find out when we're angry and upset. But I can't have my kids be crying for 3 days in a row.
What did the FBI take out of the house here? Like what?
Nothing.
They came here though.
Yes.
During
We met with them multiple times.
you met with them multiple times. Did they ask you for like polygraphs or anything like that?
No, but
No.
We're not.
we don't know.
We're not
anything.
involved in this at all.
He's my brother, and that's it.
The parents. We've been outside the
Yes,
parents'
I
home for 2
understand.
weeks
I
straight.
know. I've been
There's
watching.
parents' home for 2
understand.
weeks
I
straight.
know. I've been
There's
watching.
there's
because
there's
he's
people
the
out there.
only way
They
I find
feel
things out is the news.
your family's involved. A cloud of suspicion. The
Sure.
reason why we're here for
Of
you
course,
is
we
because the
totally
media,
understand.
the
I know.
media.
The media ended up misconstruing what I said when they asked me.
I mean,
if
these
I'd seen my
people act
brother
like they're
at the
cops or
very beginning.
something, you
They
know?
didn't
I don't
say,
like
"Have
that.
you seen Brian?" It was, what's the weirdest thing about this all? It was, I haven't been able to speak to my brother. I tried to contact him after this. I tried to contact my family after this. I hadn't been able to speak to my brother.
Do you know
That's
about
it.
any additional burner phones?
I have no idea.
So you don't know nothing.
No,
Like
he's
after.
my brother that I don't talk to that much.
And the parents ain't talking to you. Your own parents are not talking to you for what reason? They just
The lawyer said not to.
whose lawyer?
Their
Their
parents' lawyer.
Their
We don't
lawyers.
have a lawyer. We have nothing to hide. We were told not to talk to anybody, and I'm upset that we have to come out and do this and then explain myself.
The FBI
So,
told them not to
when
talk to
Gabby was
anybody.
missing, the
They had no
parents,
choice. People
weren't even
screaming
looking for
outside
her.
their
They weren't even
house.
out looking for her.
We don't even know what they knew. We can
Do you
assume.
know that she was missing when they went to Fort DeSoto?
No.
You didn't have no
September
clue that
11th,
she was
The
missing.
detective that was working with Gabby's mom called me up while we were on vacation,
We were in Orlando.
and then I called her back because we were eating dinner, and I told her everything she needed to know. We told them from day one that we were at Fort DeSoto with them on the 6th and that they came over here on the 1st. The police has known everything that's out there the whole time, from September 11th night on. That's when I became involved, and I knew nothing before that.
Any other
So
questions?
what were your thoughts after you found out she was missing and your brother was here by himself and in her van and ran up $1,000 on her
These
credit
are
card?
things we're not allowed to answer.
Have you ever seen Brian hit Gabby?
No.
Have you ever seen him fight?
No.
Have you ever seen him hit any woman?
No, I've never seen him be
Domestic
abusive
violence
or
running your
angry
family?
in anything. No.
You know that we talked to neighbors. We canvassed your parents' neighborhood.
Yeah.
They've heard screams coming out of your parents' house on multiple
Your
occasions.
parents' home.
Okay, I
Screams.
don't know what to tell you about that.
She does seem upset, Meemaw. I don't like this woman
You
that's
lived
talking,
at the home in Wabasso?
Yeah,
canvassing the neighborhood like she's a cop.
And you've never seen him fight, no argue, no.
Of course, you know, we
But
bicker,
nothing-
everybody bickers, but nothing like what any, like, no
Nothing that would
domestic anything.
constitute domestic violence.
No, yes, or else we would have done something about it.
Right.
Like, I don't stand for that. I was in a bad relationship similar to that, what's saying has happened. I wouldn't let that happen. We're,
I mean, even officers were.
They seem like normal people to me.
A lot of people just want answers. There's a cloud of suspicion.
Well,
Nobody came to your house, I'm sure, to after it came
She
out.
can't
in the media,
help
they
her
said,
brother's
"Oh,
a freak."
you lied." They said that you
yeah,
misled
I've
the,
been accused of lying.
saying
but
that you
it's
didn't
not
see him.
right. I didn't say that I didn't see him. I said I didn't speak to him after that question was like, what was the weirdest thing that I haven't been able to talk to my brother? As in, from the 11th forward, I have not been able
So
to
then the
talk to
media
my
spun it
brother.
around.
Yes,
If you read the transcript, it's right
the transcripts are out there of everything that was said.
Hey, I just wanted to pause for a minute because a thought came in my head. And if I don't say it, I'll forget it. This morning on the news, I heard them talking about this case, and they said that Brian flew home to Florida. I believe it was from Utah or somewhere, and then flew back. I don't know if that is true or not, but that's what they were saying on Fox News this morning. When I heard them talking about the case, I stopped to listen, and that's what they said. Have y'all heard anything about that?
And then I was misquoted on inside the article, but that's not what I said. I'm sincere.
I think you guys need to make like a public statement telling Brian to turn himself in. I think that would ease a lot of people's.
We don't even know if
You
he's
know.
on the run or he's.
Do you think he's dead?
No idea.
Where does he camp around here? Like where else besides Fort DeSoto?
We've told
I'm sure she's giving
the
a lot of
FBI
information.
everything.
When you guys were children, you're obviously your whole family's outdoorsy. So when you guys were children, you know, like every summer I went to a place. Where was your summer vacations at normally?
We didn't have that. We grew up on a great street where our summer vacation was hanging out with our friends. So
I mean, we have to. We are here for
Same
the
boat.
Petito family. They are suffering bravely, things that you will never even feel.
Hope not.
And
I
it's
understand.
just right now, you know, having your family destroyed, and then the people that you trusted your family member with is ignoring you and hanging up the telephone on you.
I understand. I'm in the boat where I'm getting ignored by my family and thrown under the bus by my family's attorney.
Why would he do that? Like why?
Beats me.
Protect his client because she's not their client.
So I'm just as mad.
Did they have a storage shed, Gabby and
They have a storage locker.
Brian? Do you know where it was?
I have no idea.
Do you know what date your brother flew back that your dad paid for the plane?
Didn't even know he paid for the plane.
Did he fly back
Yes,
from
he flew back.
like
and they
around like
emptied
what the
storage
17th or
and they
something?
put it into their house.
Around like the 17th or something
Yeah,
after the
he
fight.
got here on the 17th. I don't know what day he left.
Did you see him on that trip?
Yes.
What was discussed? Anything? Was he discussed
Nothing.
about?
They were talking. He was telling me where they were going next. I FaceTimed with Gabby and the kids on that trip. I mean,
Did he say he got in a fight with Gabby?
No.
He didn't talk about that incident.
Just was a surprise to us.
Yeah. We're unfortunately in the dark as much as everybody else. And more
What was your brother like when he was in middle school?
I half listened to this interview this morning because I was messing with Smokey.
Has he ever been violent with you?
No.
Never
Violent with
fight
anybody?
your brother. I mean, me and my sister went at it. She pulled my hair, kicked me in my eye.
We're 8 or 9 years apart. We're not,
God,
Yeah,
that
you're
lady's
old.
annoying.
he's not like we were little together, brother. I mean, I was.
But
at
you
a
guys
house.
lived in the house at Wabasso. Everybody lived there.
No, my parents lived in New York.
Oh, they lived in New York. You lived in the
Yeah.
house.
We were remodeling the house.
And then Brian and Gabby came there.
When they moved down to Florida, they moved in with us to get on their feet.
How did they
find
meet?
jobs.
High school.
High school.
That's,
Well, I
now I feel like I'm answering too many things.
yeah, I understand. And I appreciate and respect. Out of respect, we're gonna leave. We're gonna leave out of respect. We're gonna leave.
We appreciate you.
I don't think we're gonna be back.
Because to be
And
honest
I'm
with you,
sorry.
This is what we wanted right here.
No,
This
I
is
know
what we wanted.
I don't think we're going to be back,
But
Ethan.
I can't have my kids crying.
Well, the fact that you came out, we're not coming back.
Yeah, we're not.
I mean, unless you're lying or there's something new or something, we're not coming back. God bless you guys.
No, us too.
Listen at these people.
We're upset. We're sad.
And
Like, who do they think they are?
We just want answers. We want just closure for Gabby.
I would, if I were you, change your strategy because you know.
Like, I don't get it. Like, the cops are on this in the FBI. Like, I don't get why they got to
It's a tough
upset, like,
situation.
everybody's
And I'm
neighborhood.
hearing you, and I appreciate you guys coming out and talking. We do respect that. I mean, that's why.
Save our neighbors.
Yeah.
And this, again, if no one, I don't think anyone would ever came
I'm
to your
sorry,
house
guys. These people
until the
annoy
media
me.
came out and said, "Well,
The
she."
media said that, and my parents' lawyer really screwed me over by saying that he just.
Well, I
stopped
saw the
by.
comment that
He
he
did
made.
not just stop by on the way home, and I was livid, and I'm not speaking to anybody.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
done. Because that put me in danger. That made my kids find out this horrible way with questions. We were waiting until there was some kind of closure, so the kids were just sad instead of sad, worried, and now really scared of you guys.
Well, based off all the stuff on the internet, do you think
Yeah,
Brian
I'm
killed
scared
Gabby?
of you guys.
I
Like,
don't know.
can you imagine
The
people
internet
outside
is
shouting?
Understand. If you had anything to say to Gabby's family, what would you say?
We've already reached out through the FBI to them. So
You have yours. I mean, I know the family personally, and I can share this. What do you have to say to Gabby's family?
I don't have anything to say right now.
Like, she answered you, buddy.
I'm not to talk to anybody or anything.
And she's going outside of that talking to you.
Yeah.
So you have to respect.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna.
Yes, Kathy, that's what's so annoying about these
They
people.
know everything. 100% honesty. September 11th night forward. We've been cooperative. They've
It's
come
just
over, we've
frustrating
met
because
them.
the family's upset because they're not getting the belongings from Gabby that are in their parents' home.
We have no idea what they have. or
They
don't
won't
have.
get. They won't give
Yeah.
them.
I don't know.
It's
Parents have hung up the phone on them.
I mean, it's just frustrating, you know.
I'd also like to say that not to upset Mr. Petito any further, but I did not get any phone calls from him in the days prior to this September 11th. September 11th, I checked my phone records. I don't see any. He maybe had the wrong number for me. So I was not ignoring his phone calls. I
Right.
didn't get them.
Our first one was from the.
And that could have
Suffolk
happened.
County
He could have
Sheriff.
got the wrong phone number. It's very easy. So
We called them right back.
it doesn't, you know.
It's just sad.
in
It's
our
just a
view,
sad
this is not
situation.
how
It's just
innocent
sad.
people
You know,
are.
I don't know what to think, but I appreciate you guys coming out,
Yeah, definitely.
and I do appreciate you coming out. I don't know what to think. You know. Yeah, to us, the silence was like a form of guilt. You understand?
Oh yes,
Like-
I understand. But for us, silence was not guilt. Silence was
Well,
the
nobody
FBI
came here
telling us
until-
not to.
Like, I want justice for
You know.
Gabby's family, but I don't think this is the way
Oh,
to
they-
go
they have
about
to
it.
come by- yeah.
Yeah.
But there's just people upset. And they just want answers. They want Brian because he's on the loose.
Trust me, I understand.
Whether he's dead or alive,
I
he's
want
out
it to be
there.
found because one,
The sooner
this
he is found,
sucks for
the
us.
sooner
Yeah.
this is over for us.
Yes.
We can start the
And that's what we keep
process.
trying to express to your parents is that if they can just come out and just start cooperating,
I'm making a statement.
making a statement,
I know.
we will go away.
I've
I mean,
been-
we have to. We are here.
Same.
Bless you guys.
But they don't have to come out and make a statement. This is the United
And
States
you
of
see, we're
America.
rational people. We just want answers. We want just closure for Gabby.
I wish they would, though, you know.
Strategy because you know they don't have
Yeah, they don't even have a lawyer.
Gabby deserves better and maybe help pressure your parents into doing the right thing because I'm telling you, Gabby's family's suffering gravely. And
I don't think Gabby would want y'all outside of her niece and nephew's house screaming. She loved those
For
kids.
any parent. And I'm just
We're not even
hoping that
talking
maybe
with them,
some pressure from the family might help them cooperate with law enforcement so we can put an end to this. Like, I got better things to do. I'm burnt up. I've got chapped lips.
We've been out there.
I'm sick and tired.
You have a beautiful
This is what
neighborhood.
we need from them.
We've been outside your parents' home for 2 weeks. We just want answers. We want them to come forward and share everything they know. But they refuse to, they just stay silent. They're in their home.
But they have an attorney. They don't have to come out and
Brian's
talk.
on the loose. They haven't given any.
It's
public
obvious
statement
they're
saying, "Hey,
helping
Brian,
their
turn yourself
son.
in."
Help me find my son, or like
They're outside
Nothing.
gardening.
Nothing.
They're out
Just
gardening.
as baffled and blown away as
It's like,
everybody
going about our lives.
Brian's mom must be another
Have you
Cindy
heard about
Watts.
September 14th, where Brian allegedly bought a burner phone at the
from
18th.
the news.
From the, do you think his mom was with him? You think your mother? Because they
That's
said
what the news says. I don't know what.
Brian didn't like a cell phone to begin with.
he didn't like cell phones. Is he like an outdoorsman? What is he like? What's his hobbies? Like, does he like do camping like at outdoors? And do you think he could survive out in the woods for a
I
month?
think anybody could survive out in the woods for a month if you grab a book and go out there and try.
I don't know if I asked before, but do you think he's alive?
I hope so.
No.
You hope so.
Yeah.
See,
I hope so.
I think people want him held accountable, but no harm done to him.
No, of course.
We don't want harm done to him. We just want him held accountable for his actions.
We would like to give his nephews an answer to when they can see their grandparents again. When,
Oh, excuse me. It's two boys. Gabby wouldn't want her two nephews harassed like that and scared. Come on now.
I'm sorry for your guys' pain. I'm sorry for you guys' pain. I really am.
I'm very sorry. Yeah.
Sorry,
Very
guys.
sorry.
You guys have a good day. God
Thank you
bless you.
very
I hope
much.
everything turns out. Keep praying. This all ends, and then everyone can move on and just move forward from here.
But we need to find your brother so we can start.
I just think there's a right way and a wrong way to
again,
stand up
we
for
don't
what you
condone
believe
any
in. You know?
violence on your parents.
Nope.
We've been out there, but we haven't.
Protesting against violence.
We've been out there, but we haven't went on their property. We don't want anyone doing any damage to their house. We don't want anybody to storm their house. We just want answers. Want them to come forward. Hopefully,
Molly
they'll do that.
Golightly was there saying it needed to be burnt to the ground. Y'all
I'll be
hear
honest,
that?
I prayed. I've been praying for the last couple of days, saying I hope they repent and do what's right. Just like I prayed for you guys. I prayed that I'd be able to speak.
They're
to
not
you guys
going to
so you
do
guys
what's
would come
right.
and
You
give
need to
answers. I prayed
accept
for
that.
the last couple of days. I said, and this might happen, and it did. God bless you guys, and it's just
They're going to get their
it's
karma,
resolved
guys.
quickly,
But
'cause,
harassing the
longer he's
whole
out,
neighborhood and
danger.
people with kids and stuff, that's wrong. Taking laundry baskets there with cleaning supplies like Molly did, it's
Thank you.
freaking
And
wrong.
we are leaving. We are leaving, and we're not coming back. I'm not coming back.
Thank you, Cassie. Thank you.
Thank you,
guys
Cassie,
doing
for your
the right
time.
thing. We appreciate
You have a
doing
good day.
the right thing. Yep. Thank you.
I believe Cassie knows more than what she's saying. She could, the FBI told her not to talk to anyone, but she had no choice but to come outside her house and talk to those people because they harassed her until she did. Now, I think that's messing with law enforcement's investigation. I just think it's wrong. Gabby loved her nephew. She wouldn't want people out there like harassing them, screaming at them, and scaring them. She didn't seem like she's the type of person that would go for something like that. I just wish they'd let law enforcement do their work and quit acting like they are law enforcement. Did y'all hear that lady? She said, we canvassed your parents' neighborhood. Lady, who are you to go around and canvass the neighborhood? That's the police's job. God, they got to get on my nerves. Of course, I want justice for Gabby and her family, but like I said, there's a right way and a wrong way to do things. They shouldn't harass those people. No, she's the only one that's come out and talked. And just because a newspaper come out and said she lied about something, and actually she said they got her words mixed up, they decided to go down there to her house and harass her about it. And it's like there's nothing that can be done about it. Can you imagine? Like, I try to put myself in their shoes. Of course, I think she knows more. But what if my brother I don't talk to my brothers all that much, but what if they got out and done something like that and people showed up at my house and was screaming at me outside of my house and I really didn't know anything, and scaring my son because that would freak my kid out even though he is 14. Reporters acting like they're law enforcement. I don't even know if they're freaking reporters or not, or just like got a social media channel like me. I feel like law enforcement gave Brian time to run away. Yeah. Well, Sheriff Grady Judge from Polk County, he said that, if that'd been in his jurisdiction, they would never let him out of their sight. As soon as they learned there was a domestic violence incident and she didn't return home from the trip with him, he wouldn't have been out of Grady Judd's sight. I love Sheriff Grady Judd. He should run for president. He's a good man. JLR is an independent reporter. Okay, Carolina girl. I don't know who he is. Hey, Kim S. I just know, they act like they, demand things. And, I would like for his parents to come out and say something, but they're not going to. And I don't care how much you stand out there and shout at them. They don't have to come out if they've lawyered up. Even if they don't have an attorney, they don't have to come out. I just can't believe that it's legal to stand out there and do that to people that's not been charged with anything. I understand people's frustration. And I'm not on the Laundrie side. I just, believe there's a right way and a wrong way to stand up for what you believe in. And I think that's wrong to harass someone that the FBI has told not to talk to anybody, and you harass them with children in the house until they have no choice but to come out. I respect her for coming out, though. I do. She's been the only one that she's come forward twice and talked. She's been the only one in that family to do that. And she says that she did not ignore Joe Petito's phone calls. I don't really feel like she would lie about that because the FBI could easily prove that. She said she went through her phone records and she didn't see any calls. So it's possible he did have the wrong number. It might be harder to get federal warrant for surveillance than local. Yeah, it may be. He inserts himself in all kinds of cases, doesn't make any friends because of it. See, I don't like that. Inserting yourself in cases. Of course, I'm just different. I just like to come on here and talk about the news. And, I don't get personally involved. Sometimes my emotions get wrapped up in the cases, but personally involved, like going to people's houses, contacting family members and stuff. I just don't do that. I don't want to do that. I just like coming on here talking to y'all. Yeah, justice for Gabby. It's crime time. She's a liar. Why would she know to not talk about Gabby in front of the kids if she did? You know what? I did catch something. She said that the kids found out about Gabby's death from them protesters shouting outside. And then if you go back and you watch that, he says you can catch him saying, "We can't even hear you guys inside." Did y'all catch that? I did catch that. So how did the kids hear it if they can't even hear them inside? I don't know. The Mod Squad. Hey, Lucky 13. Okay, let's pray for Gabby's family. And let's pray they catch Brian Laundrie. Let's see what else is going on with him before I get off here. Let's see. 2 maintenance workers say they spotted Brian Laundrie at Ohio Motel. Let's look at this. Let's see. Before we talk about the Murdaugh murders. Allegedly, Alex and Maggie was having a lot of trouble in their marriage because of his drug addiction. Okay, hold on. 2 maintenance workers say they spotted Brian Laundrie at Ohio Hotel. Was Brian Laundrie spotted? According to the Daily Jeffersonian, 2 maintenance workers at the Quality Inn off of Southgate Parkway in Cambridge, Ohio, said they saw Laundrie on Saturday morning. Boy, he'd be awful stupid, to talk to anybody and him on the run. Both workers reportedly told police that they felt confident they spotted the 23-year-old fugitive walking past them. Cambridge police, along with the FBI Central Ohio Drug Enforcement Task Force agents, responded to the scene but didn't locate Laundrie. We checked several rooms of interest after ruling out other rooms throughout our investigation, Cambridge Police Detective Dustin Something said. The police report noted that it was determined that if Laundrie was at the motel, he was no longer there. The sightings comes days after a hiker said he saw Laundrie asking for directions to California. I mean, he seems like a reliable witness, but that would be dumb for Brian to ask for directions, don't y'all think? I think that would be dumb. Of course, he's not a professional criminal, so maybe he did. Who knows? It's a pretty good possibility he went off and killed himself somewhere, though. I hate to say that, but I mean, ain't no love loss if he did, the way I feel about it. I think if police catch him, he's probably not going to say anything anyways. He's just going to lawyer up. Invoke his right not to incriminate himself. Okay, let me see here. Oh, I got a missing persons case I want to share with y'all too. But let's move on to the Murdaugh murders real quick. Let me get this screen shared. Because we've been following this case. Kathy, he is alive. Yeah, he probably didn't off himself. I feel like if he was going to kill himself, he would have done it after he murdered Gabby. At this point, I think anything is possible too. I try to keep an open mind. You know, because anything is possible. I would just wish people quit acting crazy. You know, disrupting the whole neighborhood. It's like, it's just not helping. It's just not helping. Yes, they got his sister out of the house because they harassed her to death because she had kids inside. His mom and dad, they're not going to come out and say anything. Okay. You know what they should do? If they don't want to come out and say anything, they should let their lawyer come out in front of their house and make a statement. I know he's made several for them and his statements suck, but at least it would be something. Okay. That's not the article I wanted. Hold on. I got the wrong one. We can read that one too, though. Let me get screen shared. This right here is going to be a Lifetime movie. And so is Gabby's case. The ones that make national headlines, they always turn them into a movie. Lifetime used to be better at doing their true movies based on true events. But anymore, they suck. They totally ruined the Watts case, that movie. Okay. The marriage between South Carolina... Is it Sacron or something? Alex Murdaugh and his wife Maggie were reportedly in flux before Maggie's murder in June. I've never heard that word, flux. Must be in trouble. A close source to the family told the Daily Mail the couple repeatedly argued over money and Alex's drug use. The source said they never saw the Murdaughs show affection to one another and that Alex checked out of the family. The marriage was absolutely on the rocks, the source said. According to the tipster, Maggie felt trapped in the marriage, and she was hiding money in a closet. However, the tipster was unsure whether she was pilfering money to cover bills or because she was planning to leave. She was probably going to leave his ass. The source told the Daily Mail that Maggie had been dealing with her husband's pill addiction for some time, but the financial issues it was causing were new. She had her some mad money put away. She confronted him about money more than once, and his response was always the same: leave it to me. I'll figure it out just like I did the last time, they said. The source claims about Alex's drug addiction appear to contradict those made by Alex's attorney, Dick or Harpootlian or something, who said Alex became addicted to opioids after the murder of his wife and son, Paul, 22. The pair were found fatally shot at the family's South Carolina hunting lodge in June. The lawyer also claimed Alex embezzled millions from his law firm to fund his pill addiction. On September 4th, Alex called now. Like, how many pills was he buying? Like, how many pills was he buying that he spent millions on pills? On September 4th, Alex called 911 and said he had been shot in Roehampton County. A day earlier, he was forced out of his family's law firm amid allegations he misappropriated funds. He was stealing money from the clients. 2 days after the shooting, Alex said he was entering rehabilitation for drugs. However, he was arrested in Hampton County on September 16th after an investigation determined he and ex-client Curtis Edward Smith, 61, shot him so his surviving son would receive a $10 million life insurance payout. Here's the kicker. There was some kind of little clause in that insurance policy that his son would not have been able to collect that $10 million after all. Alex, who is charged with fraud, is currently free on a $20,000 bail. No arrests have been made in connection with Maggie and Paul's murders. I believe he murdered them. The more I learn about him and all of his shady dealings, the more I think he murdered them or had it done. He's a rich and powerful man. Well, he must not have been too damn rich. I think at one time he was rich. But, you know, he must have, lost most of it. That's why he was stealing money from the law firm. But he probably paid someone to do it, maybe. Because, you know, Paul was costing him money. Here, Paul was in trouble for crashing that boat, killing Mallory Beach. He was also being sued by Mallory's family. So maybe he's like, hey, they're too much trouble. And plus, Maggie had seen a divorce attorney, and she had hired a forensic accountant to go through the family's finances. So maybe he thought they was both just too much trouble. He was going to lose so much with the divorce. Paul costing him money, so he took them out, both out. They were found at the dog kennels. I'm just wondering, did someone march them down to the dog kennels and execute them? Or were they down there fooling around with the dogs, looking at the dogs, and someone was like laying in wait in the woods or something and shot them? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to find out. Police have been kind of tight-lipped. I know Paul was shot twice, and there was 2 different weapons used. Who knows? We're going to have to wait and see. I wonder how long Alex is going to be at that fancy-wancy rehab. Let's see what it was saying about the housekeepers. Alex Murdaugh, housekeeper estate, reaches agreement with attorney. Okay. Housekeeper Gloria Satterfield has reached a settlement agreement with the lawyer. And Gloria worked for the family for like 20-some years. I believe like 22, 25 years as a housekeeper and nanny. And like she fell down the stairs and then she died as a result of her injury. But guess what? On her death certificate, it was ruled that she died of natural causes. She never, even went to the coroner's office, I don't think. Anyways, her son sued them. They reached like a $500,000 settlement, but Alex never paid up. Okay, let's see what they've settled on. The settlement was reached Friday. Attorney Corey Fleming said the insurance carrier involved in the lawsuit. Mr. Fleming and his firm agreed that the estate will be paid back all legal fees, expenses. Mr. Fleming and his law firm received from the $43,000 they recovered from the estate in connection with the claims asserted against Alex Murdaugh for the death of Gloria Satterfield, Bland said in a statement. The original settlement said that Satterfield she was 57, died on February 26, 2018, from injuries she sustained after a trip and fall accident at the Murdaugh home. The settlement was negotiated by Fleming, Alex's college roommate and godfather to Paul, Go figure. Murdaugh referred the Satterfields to Fleming. Satterfield's sons say they never received payment from the settlement, although Fleming's firm was paid. Bland filed suit against Murdaugh, Fleming, and Fleming's firm on September 15th. Mr. Fleming stepped forward and did the right thing by the estate, Bland wrote. Mr. Fleming and his law firm maintained they, like others, were victims of Alex Murdaugh's fraudulent schemes. So he just goes around ripping off everybody. So Gloria's sons want to sue the Murdaughs for this, right? And what does Alex do? He recommends his friend, another attorney, to represent them. How shady. Okay. I think that's all about that. And before I get off here, I want to share with this case. We're going to follow this right here. Missing 17-year-old girl vanishes in the middle of the night. Beautiful. Let's see, what is her name? She's from Utah. Morgan Sessions. She vanished. Phone, Chromebook, wallet, bank cards, everything at home. Look at her, how pretty. I wish I could do my makeup like that. So a Utah teen vanished from her home in the middle of the night 2 weeks ago. Hasn't been seen or heard from since. Morgan Sessions' mom, Rebecca Davis, said she helped her daughter with her homework on the night of September 20th. Then later peeked into the room while she slept. In the morning, she was gone. She left her backpack with homework she had done inside. She left her purse. She left her phone. Her school Chromebook, her personal Chromebook, things she spent a lot of time and money on to earn, Davis told the station. Wonder if she snuck out and went and met somebody. Davis says she hasn't used her phone or taken money from her bank account since she's been gone. She's not reached out to friends, posted on social media, logged into her Spotify music account. She even left her car behind, which her mother said she spent months saving for. Of course, I'm suspicious of the mother. There's something wrong. I just feel it. There's something wrong, Davis said. Davis said the Utah County Sheriff's Office is looking for her daughter and the family's doing its own search. I bet she snuck. I'm suspicious of the mom because she's the last one to see her. But I'm wondering if she snuck out of the house and went and met some weirdo and they killed her. I just wish I could hug her, tell her I'm looking for her and I'm not stopping, she said. I think about her nonstop. If she's okay, if someone's feeding her, if she's being hurt, if she's alive. Family members are focusing their search around Eagle Mountain, where they live, in St. George, where they have family ties. Morgan is described as 5 feet 1 inches tall with blonde hair. She's short. Anyone with information should call the Utah County Sheriff's Office at 801-851-4000. Let's look at her picture again. We're going to follow this. That is really strange. She went to bed and then the next morning she's gone. You know, I'm going to give the mom a benefit of the doubt, but most of these cases, when they say that right there, they've done something. But it's possible where she is a teenager that she snuck out of the house to meet somebody. And she's like, oh, I'm only going to be gone a second, so I'm not going to take my phone and stuff with me. Like I've done it many a time when I was a teenager. Of course, we didn't have cell phones, but I would just leave like my purse and everything, you know, behind and sneak out of the house and then sneak back in. I heard that only Paul was home with the housekeeper. He probably pushed her down the stairs, meemaw. Hey, Ginger Locks. Broken Justice, my phone died. I'm back. That happens to me a lot. I am so bad not to charge my phones. Let me go to my live chat. Before I get off of here. Gosh, fall is in the air, guys. I am so bad not to charge my phones. Let me mute it. Okay, there we go. Okay, let me go back through. That's been my theory since the beginning, CC. He paid someone? Yeah, he's definitely involved. Hey, if he pays someone, if Alex Murdaugh would pay someone to shoot him so his son could collect money. He's capable of anything. That shows he's a desperate, desperate man. His house of cards was crumbling. His wife was getting ready to divorce him. She was on to him scamming money. Paul it was costing him money with lawyers in this lawsuit. Plus, he had the lawsuit with the Satterfields. You know, he's a desperate man. I believe he took them out. I'm wondering if he's collected any life insurance on Paul and Maggie. Probably he's not been able to collect yet until they clear him as a suspect, I guess. It's pathetic what he did to his family, I know it. And I believe he's also involved in Stephen Smith's death. The young man that was found dead on the side of the road in 2015. Allegedly, it was a hit and run, even though there was no skid marks, no glass. Young man died of blunt force trauma to the back of his head. They tried to say like a big old truck might have come by, hit him with their mirror or something. There'd have been glass or something. Come on now. Anywho, what are y'all going to do today? I've got the true crime out of my system this morning. I'm ready to move on, get on with my day. Hopefully, there's some big break in Brian Laundrie search today. He's got to be somewhere. I feel like they're going to find him unless he went off somewhere in the woods and offed himself. Yes, they seem to be involved there too. Where's the smoke? Where there's smoke, there's fire, in my opinion. Yeah. See, Stephen was gay, and he was messing around with an older man. I believe that was the rumor. I believe that's what he told his twin sister. He was going to go out on a boat with this guy, but he died. I think he took Stephen out because he was going to out him as gay. That's what I think. Oh, you're welcome, Sunset. Kathy, your brother's visiting you from California? Oh, that's cool. Well, I'm probably just going to get some things done around the house, and I may go to the Dollar Tree, look at their Halloween decorations. Ginger looks, absolutely do not believe he's dead. Now, I feel like if he was going to kill himself, he would have killed himself after Gabby was dead. That's what I think. You're cooking Chinese food? Oh, Mandy, I love orange chicken. It's like my favorite. I know I sound like Amber Lynn Reed. It's all the hell that girl talks about on her channel is orange chicken. I love it. Anyways, y'all have a great day. I may see y'all later if I get some time this evening. It's just according. Usually I'm tired by the evenings. All I do is freaking work. When I get off here, I won't sit down all freaking day. I'll be doing stuff. But if I feel like it and can get myself put together, we may do a porch chat. Anyways, y'all have a great day. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for chatting. Be safe, be kind, and peace.